sentenced to a crime. So we'll go ahead and start this. I might just go ahead and make this one video. It's only 12 minutes long, so let's just jump into it. I think I have the volume a bit better this time. It was a little bit quiet the last couple videos, so I'm hoping this one's a little better. He had lots of excuses. None of them good.
Hey, Boo, where are you?
I'm outside.
I'm outside.
My sister just got back in the car.
Oh, okay.
Also, just the fact that he had his sister drive him to this is just, it's horrible. Like, and she had no idea, at least as far as we're aware. I believe his sister and his brother actually died in a car accident very close to this exit where this was a couple years later while John was in jail, which is pretty sad. I mean, they obviously didn't have anything to do with this. And yeah, that's sad.
Go to the back door so nobody sees you.
All right, I'm at the back door.
Just go in.
I might turn
Okay.
it down a little bit. That should be good. Oh man, John. And you can see here he gets on the phone. I wonder if he is texting, because here you see, right, he's on the phone with her,
Okay. Bye.
hangs up, and he's not on it at this moment, right? He's looking, and then as soon as he walks in, he gets on it. So I think I've heard some people say that they think he's kind of using it as a buffer, right? He's nervous, he's anxious, he doesn't want her to just see his face straight on, and so he's looking down on his phone. Some people think that he wants to look important, like, oh, he has to do something. I wonder if he's texting his sister. Maybe he was scared this was like a sting, and so he had his sister kind of wait for a second before he texted her, like, oh, okay, you can leave, I'm okay. But I think he's kind of using it as a coping mechanism, right? I mean, when you get into the elevator and there's someone else in there, first thing you do is you pull out your phone because it's awkward, and it's a good way to seek comfort in a stressful situation. And I think that's what John is doing here.
Hey, what'd you bring?
He's not even
What did you
talking.
bring?
Like, he's very, very nervous.
What do you got?
Which makes you think, okay, what is he here to do, right? Why is he this nervous? If he was just here to meet a friend and watch football, I mean, I'm not this nervous when I go to my friend's house and watch football, right? Clearly he wants more, he's expecting more, and I think his nervous is kind of an indicator of that.
Show me.
Yeah, and he calls Cheetos chips? Yeah, they're not chips, John. They're Cheetos. Snapple's actually really good. I went through a phase where I drank a lot of Snapple, and it's really good.
Thank you.
And then a chocolate bar? Is that a chocolate bar?
It's so nice to finally see you.
And it's so interesting. I've read all their chat logs, and she was supposed to love these things in the chat logs, and here she's just like not really super into them. And their chat log is just so fascinating. It's different than a lot of Predators. Like, John really love bombed her in this chat log, and they're talking like, oh, like, you're my soulmate, I want to, like, I mean, it was very, very, like, you think you'd be reading like two 15-year-olds that have been dating for like a month and they're in the honeymoon phase, and John's not 15. So it's very interesting. I wonder if he was kind of just swept up in it, and he's still a little bit immature, right? He's never had a relationship like this, and so, well, obviously this isn't a relationship, but he's never had a real relationship, and so he doesn't know what it's like. Or I wonder if, on the other hand, he kind of just did it to try to get to her, right? To try and entice her, to manipulate her. I'm not sure. Only John knows that.
This is crazy.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm really
Are
nervous.
you nervous? Why?
Yes. Have you?
Oh,
So you wanna
and here
do?
he's covering his face, right? He's covering his face because he knows he doesn't look exactly how he looked in the pictures. He looks old. He knows that he's not attractive. And so he's covering his face here. He's nervous, and he's covering his teeth as well, because I think he's a little bit ashamed of those, and doesn't want her to see that.
A hug?
I don't
and that's the way he stands up there. And this, I've never seen anyone talk about this, right? But she clearly is very uncomfortable right here, like even just the actress herself. He goes for this hug,
Oh.
and he walks after her. Like, see, right here, he walks after her. Imagine if this was actually, you know, a 13-year-old girl. What would have happened? I mean, right, if Chris wasn't right there, he's clearly walking after her. She's clearly uncomfortable. And the fact that he just continues to follow her is just, that might be, obviously this whole thing is horrible, but that might be the worst of this entire thing. Yeah, that's just crazy to me. And the fact that I've never seen anyone else bring it up. Maybe I've watched this too many times. I don't know, but that's terrifying. Hey, boo. And the- oh, Chris. Hello,
Right there,
Chris.
please have a seat. Right there. Set the phone down, please.
Yeah, and here you can see the light switch from
What is your plan?
Joshua Cologne.
Hang out and watch football? Hang out and watch football with whom?
With her.
Who's her?
Over there.
With Bailey.
Bailey. And how
And here he's trying to act so calm. He's like, "Oh, I'm just here to watch football with her," you know. He's really trying to act like he didn't do anything
did
wrong.
you meet Bailey exactly?
Through Whisper.
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 And do you know how old Bailey is?
She's 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
She told you she's 13. Not that that matters.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I mean, age of consent is, as we saw, 16 in here. Where is it? Yeah. Between the ages of 13 and 16. So, the fact that she was 14 or 13, that
30.
doesn't matter.
30.
30.
And why would you at 30 think it would be okay?
Clearly
to hang
he's
out
not
with a
30.
13-year-old girl home alone.
Clearly he's not 30.
I mean, we just hit it off.
And
friends.
what is
You hit it off with a 13-year-old girl.
what is going
Just- we're
on
just
with his
talking.
hair?
Just talking. Well, now you're here. This is more than talk.
I know, we just came to hang out.
Like, it looks like he's wearing a hairnet. Does it not? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong
no, I brought-
with
What, get
him.
a hug?
And watch football.
Watch football?
Yeah.
Who's playing tonight?
Steelers and the
Steelers
Ravens.
and the Ravens. I had no intentions with nothing.
No
I had no intentions with nothing.
Well, John, what do you do for a living?
I was working at UPS.
UPS.
Steelers have not been great lately. Ravens have, though. Maybe one day the Steelers will be good again. Now that they have, Russell Wilson? I don't know. I think Russ is a little washed. I'm actually originally from Kansas City, so been pretty happy with the Chiefs' performance lately the past 2 years. Back-to-back Super Bowl. Going for a third would be kind of wild. But
Mm-hmm.
And did you walk here today, or
No, my sister dropped me off.
you don't have a driver's license?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
No.
no.
What do you do at UPS?
I was a package handler.
Package handler. You're not there anymore.
No.
What do you do now?
Nothing.
Besides go online and try to talk to young girls?
I don't try to talk to. I mean, I just try to find a girl to talk to and hang out, whatever.
And how many times have you done this with somebody who's 13, 14 years old?
Never.
Never talked to another?
I don't think that's true. I don't know. The fact that all of these guys say this is the first time they've ever done it, and I think it's pretty clear that this is clearly not the first time that any of these guys have ever talked to a minor. I could see maybe it's the first time that some of them have met up with one, but the fact that, you know, they would come and meet them, I think you have to go through stages of addiction to probably pornography, probably you know, some sort of issues where you're getting to this, right? Someone doesn't just wake up one day and then suddenly meets up with a minor to engage in intercourse. I think it's kind of a progression. I think you know, you slowly get on that path, and so I just don't believe this is the first time he's ever talked to a minor.
Another girl who said she was 13.
No.
Well, who's Brittany?
Oh yeah, and clearly he was talking to someone
That was
else.
the other
So.
girl you were talking to.
Yeah, it's not the first time. And his sweat at this point is just crazy.
What was this?
Like
Within the last few
that instant perspiration is just insane.
So you say to Bailey on Whisper
Like, look at
that
that.
you're
That's
30, how old are you?
that's
She says
crazy.
13. You say, You're not 13 in that pic. Yes, I'll be 14 next month. That's pretty clear. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do.
He looks so
And
uncomfortable.
later you tell her, I would
That
love
swallow.
to be the first.
Like, Jeff Sokol was eating the pizza. He was fairly comfortable for the first 10 minutes. John instantly is squirming. He's sweating. I mean, giving arms are crossed, body language closed off. I mean, he is giving off every sign of being uncomfortable, guilty. Very, very strong indicators of body language here.
You blank if you wanted me to, and I wanted to.
Yeah.
Feel me inside you, baby.
Oh, that's gross.
Has that line ever worked for you before?
Yeah.
Has that line ever
Then
worked?
why do you do that now?
There was no, I mean,
Well, what am I to make of this?
I mean, not only do these predators go after kids, but they also just have no game, and I don't know. I just think it's one astounding that they think, you know, a 14-year-old girl would want them, right? Some disgusting. I feel okay calling him disgusting. 40, what is he? 45, 40 years old. The fact that he thinks a girl like that would not, I mean, a girl like that, but just any young girl would not just be creeped out and like terrified of him. Honestly, if I was a kid, I would be terrified of him. And also they have no game, and it's like, that's
there was no intentions made by it.
That shows clear intent. I
Yep.
want you to feel me inside you. What
Yep.
did you mean by that?
that's clear intent.
And then you talk about that you and a bunch of people snuck into a mansion.
Like how he's trying to just like brag to some minor that he partied in a mansion. Like, oh, she probably thinks this is super cool, you know.
And partied for days. Where was that mansion?
That was a while ago.
That was a while ago.
Maybe 8, 9 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This does not look very good for you, John. The chat, the appearance,
The appearance.
the Cheetos, the dark chocolate.
Dark
Did you bring
chocolate.
condoms with
No.
you? Not in your pockets.
Nope.
He answered that
But
so
you see how this
quickly.
looks.
Absolutely. I mean,
You're 30 years old.
No,
The
he's not
girl
30.
we're
Chris has to
talking
know he's older.
Told you very clearly she was 13.
I mean, I had no intentions just besides
John,
John.
just tell me what you were really up to.
just to hang out, get to know her, you know?
Get to know her.
Yeah.
And if you were the parent of a 13-year-old girl, would you be comfortable with that?
Man, he is sweating so much at
I
this
mean,
point.
it depends how the.
Oh,
if I'm a good person.
I don't
you
think
know,
I've sweated that much in my
Typically,
life.
Good people don't meet strangers online, talk about sex, and then go over to visit, and within 3 minutes ask for a hug.
I mean, all they did was just ask for, you know, a hello hug. That was it.
With a
A
13-year-old.
hello hug. I mean, you have to wonder how bad he smells right now. I mean, there's a difference between perspiration from exertion, like exercising, and there's from perspiration from stress. Stress actually, when you sweat from stress, it actually smells a lot worse. I don't know the science behind it, but I mean, this is all stress sweat, so he's got to smell pretty bad at this point. I mean, even with the deodorant, you think his hands are sweating. His obviously his armpits are gonna be sweating. His feet are probably very sweaty.
Walked right in the house.
He's got to smell
She
horrible.
told me to come in.
Does that make it right? Knowing that she's 13.
Oh, I wouldn't have never just walked in, you know, without talking to her.
That
you
doesn't
know,
make it
without
okay,
getting her
John.
okay.
Now, you talked about spending the night
Yep.
here tonight.
Didn't plan on it.
Well,
Yes or no?
it depended, you know, like, if she had to wake up in the morning, you know, like, if I was going to stay
Did she
here.
have to go to school?
She said she didn't have to go to school today.
Oh my
And
gosh.
tomorrow.
So you could just spend the night and hang out with a 13-year-old girl. That's cool.
Well, I mean, I didn't plan on
I
it.
didn't plan on it.
You talked about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to leave after the football game.
Nope.
Unless you...
Again, this is what, Thursday night football, I believe. There's only one game, and I assume, yeah, Ravens and Steelers. So That's about what 8:20 Eastern time. So that game wouldn't be over until 11:30. And was his sister's gonna come pick him up? I mean, I think he planned on staying the night. I wonder what he told his sister. I wonder if the police, interviewed her and asked if he planned on staying the night, because he definitely would have told her. And I wonder if she would have actually told the truth about that.
Spent the night.
No, I didn't plan on spending the night.
Well, you talked about cannolis, a little dinner.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sounds like you were going to have a special little night with your 13-year-old date.
just come over, have some cannolis, some snacks, watch the football game.
Who's
Getting a call.
bringing you up?
Oh, my cousin.
His cousin.
What does your cousin want? Does your cousin know that you're coming to visit a 13-year-old girl tonight?
Nope.
Your sister?
No, she knows that I was just coming to hang out with a girl.
What would your sister think if she knew
She'd be horrified,
she
probably.
was dropping you off at the home where a 13-year-old girl was alone? Think she'd be cool with that?
I mean, she probably would say,
Don't do anything stupid.
just don't do it, don't do anything stupid,
Well, you already did that, John. I want to go back to here. So I wonder if anyone's ever thought, oh, maybe his sister could be charged with aiding and abetting the crime. So for aiding and abetting any of these crimes, you would have to, you'd have to aid them in some way, and you'd have to intend to aid them, but you would also have to intend that they commit the crime. So here, obviously, she intended to aid him because she drove him. He had to be driven to commit the crime. She intentionally drove him, right? And so she would pass the first bar of intentionally aiding, but that second bar of, intentionally, basically you have to intend that they actually commit the crime, and she would not have that intent because she just didn't know he was going to commit it. So she would not be charged with aiding and abetting the crime, which for most aiding and abetting crimes, you actually basically just get charged with the crime itself. Like, you get the same punishment. So she would get the same punishment for all of these crimes if she was charged, but no, she didn't have that intent, so she wouldn't get charged.
Right.
It seems like you've already done that.
All I was doing was just coming here to watch the game.
You tried
Nope.
to solicit a 13-year-old girl.
I mean, and his messages are so bad. I want to go through some messages at some point and kind of show some tactics that the police use to stay away from entrapment and to kind of, get all the evidence that the police need. I do want to go through those at some point. His are actually very good. His are long though. I don't know. I have my first final for law school in about less than 3 weeks, so I'm gonna be pretty busy. But this summer I'll have some more time, so hopefully I'll be able to get through some of those.
Using graphic sexual language. What do you think should happen to you?
Go to jail.
So I'm not like that. And
Not like that.
How does this look? How does that look? John, you tell me, how does it look? If you were me, what would you think?
I wonder if he thinks
I
Chris is the
made a
dad
mistake.
or
That you made a
police.
mistake. Well, that's true. And how would you define that mistake?
Probably thinks
not
Chris
to
is
talk to
police.
girls, online.
Or try to come over and have sex?
No, it's not. It's not just not talking to girls online. It's not talking to children online. That's the issue here.
I wasn't trying to come over and have sex with her.
John,
Yep.
you want me to read it again?
He was.
I would love to be the first guy to make you blank.
And his are some of the clearest. I mean, you look at Jeff Sokol, he dances around it a little bit, right? He's not as... John's are just so clear.
If you wanted me to, and I want you to
He
feel me
wiped his
inside
sweat.
your baby. What do you mean by that? Sounds like sex to me.
I was just playing with her.
I mean,
seeing-
Just playing
he probably is hot because this looks pretty heavy. The material of his sweater,
with it.
I think it looks
I'm not playing with her, but
quite heavy.
just seemed like where she was.
No.
She was 13.
Yep.
I mean, I'd never had sex with her. I mean, I didn't plan on coming here to have
Well,
sex
not-
with her,
Yeah, because
Tonight,
Chris
because
was
I
here.
want it.
and I didn't plan on it.
You didn't plan on it. Come on, you talked about it.
Like, that wasn't my intentions. I talked to her all day today about just coming over, watching the game, and just hanging out.
Sally.
No.
About what?
You talked about salads.
About like food and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, while we're watching the game.
I I paused it at a funny time. I think Chris kind of messed that up because I've read the chat logs and I didn't see anything about salads.
This is a whole different kind of food here.
And then Chris moves on fairly quickly from this.
So what do you think should happen to you, John?
I think he would have pressed into it a little bit more
You're in a bit of a fix here.
if he was right there.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Well,
But see, he's not sorry. He's sorry he got caught. He's not sorry for what he did.
there's something you need to do, and that is I'm Chris Hansen. And this is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator.
He's wiping his sweat. Oh,
Sir, if you want to leave, you should go out that door right there.
yep. And here the police are gonna arrest him. And I think maybe this is gonna show a little bit of the interrogation.
Just follow my commands.
Yeah.
Do you have anything on you that's gonna hurt us? Any weapons?
Nope.
Let's see this car.
All right. There we go, John. That was a fairly quick one. His is a little bit shorter than I remember. And that's the officer that's going to interrogate him. His shirt there and his face. He's looking
So,
so scared.
I went to that house.
And how did you learn about that house?
I talked to that girl,
Remember what the girl's name is?
Bailey.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna say this basically in every video, but do not, if you're arrested, do not talk to the police. I mean, they're not there to help you. They're always gonna say, "Oh, give me your side. I want to hear your side." No, like, the police aren't there to help you. And if you do want to give your side, there are certain reasons you want to comply. You know, to show remorse for sentencing, but your lawyer will advise you. It's never smart to take it into your own hands.
And how were you talking to Bailey? Were you talking on the phone?
That
Well-
cop is so uncomfortable. You can tell on the left from his body language.
Like actual voice-to-voice conversations?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hello?
And notice how she's kind of matching his tone here. She's mirroring him. He's talking in a kind of a softer, sad tone, and she's talking in that same tone to kind of show sympathy and mirror him a little bit, make him feel a little bit more comfortable to get him to tell her more information.
Were you talking on the phone?
Both.
See?
Like actual voice-to-voice conversations?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Right there, she's mirroring.
Hey, boo.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Oh my gosh. I also think it's interesting how different this decoy sounds from the actor that they used for in person, and none of the predators really notice.
I'm just waiting for you.
But see, her voice is very, very different. That laugh was creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love you.
How did you first meet her?
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
What part of the internet? An application?
The internet?
What was the app?
Whisper.
Yeah, I mean, he's giving them everything.
About you wanting to feel, you want her to feel you inside her. I mean, I know what that means to me.
I know. I should never said no stupid shit like that.
And you're talking
Yeah.
about wanting to make her calm.
I know.
I know.
What did you think that, like, what is she supposed to
Ah,
leave from
John.
that?
Well, honestly, when I was talking to her, I was hoping that there was a chance that, it was just, I don't even know why I said that to her.
You know why you said it, because you wanted to engage in intercourse with her, and you know that's why he was charged with attempted sexual assault, and that's why he went to jail.
Alright, let's stand up.
I think John got about 3 years.
I'm gonna stand up and turn around. And behind your back.
Yep. And that's John Dupee. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Again.
Yeah, 3 years. So he was released. This was a while ago. But yeah, that's the end of that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know who you want me to do next. Maybe some chat logs, maybe some police interrogations. I like watching that little clip of John Dupee. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.